In today's video, I'll show you how you can get faster with Excalidraw. So let's get started. So the best way or your best bet to get faster here in Excalidraw would be to use the shortcuts. So first is that we would need the basics, which is the tools here at the top. Notice that they are labeled with numbers. So you could actually use that as a shortcut. For example, I would want to select the line tool. So I just need to press on number 6 on my keyboard, and as you can see, it will now be selected just like that. So basically, they are the shortcut keys in the numbers on your keyboard. So now let's say that I would want to draw a square. So I would want to press number 2, and then I can now draw right here. And then I would want a text, so I'm going to press 8, and then now it's very easy. So I just type my text in here. So let's say want to get faster, and then I'm just going to go and resize this just like that. Now, what if you are working with flowcharts or maybe a mind map? Then what you could do is that when you have your shape just like this one with a text in it, or maybe just a shape, just click on shape or select it using the select tool. Now in here is that you want to press on the control or command if you're in a Mac, and then navigate with your arrow keys. And from here, you will now be able to create a new flow or next step or connected to that shape that you have. And then you just need to press multiple times on the same arrow key, and then you'd be able to create multiple shapes under that shape. So it's that easy. So you don't have to manually do this, then adding some arrows, adding some shapes, and it's not all symmetrical. So this is the best way that you can do it. Let's say that I would want to add 2 of them right here in the under the shape. And now when I let go of the control key, it will now be saved. And as you can see, we now have this nice figure or shape right here that is labeled like a flowchart. Now in here is that we can click on the line. And from here, we can see here at the middle, we have some points in here. So we can click here on this point. And then from here is that we could actually type something. Like for example, here in the text, I'm going to go here and click on that point. And let's say I'm going to go for no. And then this one is yes. So this is like a chart. Like if they want to get faster, if their answer is yes, then they will be proceeding right here, and no is right here. Now let's go back into the select tool and click one of this again. And basically what you could do is that you could also change the shape. So what you could do with that is that you could just delete this first. So select the shape, backspace, and then press on the shape that you'd want right here. Let's say circle. So I'm going to press number 4 and then create a circle in here. Now, from here is that I would want to connect this with the arrow. So it's simple. Click on the arrow and just simply connect it with a circle. Just like that. As you can see, it is now connected. And now we have this simple flowchart with different shapes. Next tip that I'm going to give you is that you want to click here on this shapes icon and click on the lasso selection. This is helpful if you would want to edit the properties of the elements that you have selected all at once. For example, I am now here in the lasso tool, and all I have to do is just select or just hold and select all the elements that I would want to be selected. And then once it's selected, as you can see, they are now highlighted. I could go here into the left menu. I can now change the color of those elements that I have chosen, as you can see right there. And now I can go for the background. I can change that as I want without affecting the elements that I didn't choose. This is very effective in saving you time and getting you faster in editing your elements, so that you would be able to get it done pretty quick. You don't have to go through it one by one. And lastly is that you should go here into the top left icon and then go into help. And this is where you can see the keyboard shortcuts. So I suggest familiarizing yourself with all of the shortcuts, or memorizing them would be even better, so that you'd be able to do or execute all of these commands without manually selecting them using your cursor. With just the keyboard shortcuts, it would be so much faster. So make sure that you memorize the keyboard shortcuts right here on the commands that you use often. So that's it on how you'd be able to do this. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.